Jimbo's Garage.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to Jimbo's Garage. Today, I got another small little project here in the shop from my good friends at Mill Pros. These guys is a local cabinet shop here in town, and I do all their metal fabrication. A lot of metal brackets for hanging shelves, countertop supports, tabletops, table supports, and so on and so forth. And what's cool about it is they provide me a plan with every one of their projects with dimensions, and that makes things a lot easier and a lot nicer, and a materials cut list as well. So this particular one is a countertop support, and it's pretty heavy duty. This thing is 2-inch square tube, 120 wall thickness. It's 13 feet long and 21 inches wide with 5 supports in between. And there's a series of holes that are all around this thing for mounting. Anyways, I want to show you this plan, show you what we're doing, and then I'm excited to share a new tool I have here in the shop, a new drill press, something that I've been wanting for a long time, and I'll explain the reason for me getting that new drill press. So let's get started on today's video. Today's video is sponsored by King Metals. They've got all your fabrication needs in one location. From hinges to hardware, balusters to metal decor, brass to aluminum, and a whole lot more. You name it, they've got it. Check them out today at kingmetals.com. Now let's get back to today's video. Okay, here's the plan that they provided me for this particular countertop support. You can see that the detail in the plans are very simple, but all of the plans that they provide for me are really cool like this. Giving me the job name, giving me the material we're using, the how many we need, hole sizes. These are all the dimensions and the hole spacings and so on and so forth. Pretty cool. It's a simple little bracket, but you know what? There's a lot of drilling, a lot of cutting, a lot of welding on this thing, and I want to go over on the fixture table. I'm going to show you how we're going to fixture everything down to minimize the deflection or the warp when we're welding. So let's go ahead and get started on this project. Okay, so I jumped the gun a little bit, and I've already pre-cut all the material we need for this project. I just didn't want to bore you with all the cutting. It's the same old thing here on the cutting, but there's still plenty to do on this project. I also went ahead on the long pieces right here, and I drilled the necessary holes that we need to. I chamfered those, so those are all out of the way and done, and then we'll just pick up from this point right here. Now I do want to show you, I want to talk about the drill press and why I went to the different drill press and what were the reasons for. So let's just talk about that. Okay, this is the Shop Fox. I've had this for probably 3 or 4 years now. It's my old bench top drill press that I had. That was an old Ryobi, and it just, I think I burned the motor up on that, and so I was looking for a good bench top drill press, and so this is what I found is the Shop Fox. Got this at KBC Tools. It served me well for this last 3 or 4 years, how long I've had it, but the problem that I'm noticing with it is lack of power. You know, it's belt driven, so when you apply pressure sometimes, the belts slip and the motor stalls and the chuck stalls, and you have to work it 2 or 3 times to get it to go in. That's the same thing that I was having when I was countersinking as well. When I put the material in there and countersink, the motor would stall because the belts were slipping, and it became a problem. It took me several times to get through it, and so I was looking for something new, and lo and behold, I got something new. So let me show you what I got. It's pretty awesome, and let's get to drilling some holes. Okay, well here it is. This is the Nova Voyager by King Industries, and I picked this up at KBC Tools, and this is something that I've been looking for to replace the Shop Fox over there. And once I saw this and saw the features this thing had, I was confident that this was going to serve my purpose well. A lot of things that this thing does. First of all, this is a floor mounted drill press. It's not the bench top. I found a place for it right next to the KBC mill right here, conveniently enough. This is going to be a good place for it. And they've listed, now I'm not going to go through the whole thing of what all this thing does, because the menu is just insane. There's just, this thing has capability of just doing about anything. I'm just going to go over a couple of the things that I like about it. One, it is direct drive, and that is the thing that I was looking for. I did not want any more belts or pulleys or anything like that. I wanted direct power so I wouldn't have any more problems with the motor stalling out when I was drilling or chamfering or doing whatever. I just wanted it to just muscle its way right through, not stopping, and that's what this thing does. Also, it has an RPM range of 50 to 5,500. Now, I don't know who would ever want to run a drill press at 5,500 RPMs, but hey, if you choose to, it's got those options to do so. I myself like it somewhere around 150 to about maybe 800 or 1,000 RPMs, depending on what I'm doing. That's what I like, but this has got a wide range and it's got preset buttons right here that you can choose and select. Pretty cool feature. On the side of the machine right here, it lists just some of the functions, and I'm not going to read them all. I'm just going to give you a couple of them, something that you might be interested in for some of the features on this. Direct drive, no belts, no noise. Intelligent computer control, speed for the application, digital speed readout, slow start pilot hold function, tapping assist function, load readout, forward reversed, dial knob for precise adjustment, self-starting option. Now this is just some of the things. This list here, it goes on and there's lots of things. I don't want to get into all of that, but one of the key features about this too that I found is this self-starting function, which I think is pretty cool. In the past, you want to, if you're drilling a project like we're getting ready to do here where there's multiple holes, and you're going to be drilling multiple holes and countersinking multiple holes or chamfering multiple holes, whatever it may be, turning the drill press on, off, going through all that is a pain, or leave the drill press on during all of that, which, I've done in the past, and maybe I don't really recommend that, but the self-start feature on this is pretty cool. Once you activate it in through the menu, what happens is if you set your piece in here and you lower the quill, it turns itself on. You go through your process, you raise the quill, it shuts itself off. Lower down, starts, raise, shut it off without turning the switch on and off or doing any of that stuff. Pretty cool little feature. I like that. I like a lot about this. All right, well, we got a lot of holes to drill, so let's get started drilling those holes on the new Nova Voyager. All right, enough yakking. Sorry about that. I just felt that I needed to explain a little bit why I got this drill press. I'm just kind of excited about it. Well, you can see that, I do a lot of drilling like this, a lot of drilling and a lot of chamfering. I've got a lot of project a company I work for that provides me with a lot of work. I used to do it, the drilling on the KBC mill, and that was okay and everything, but this is really the way to go. And you can see I've got this machinist vise clamped down to the table of the drill press on a certain angle, just easy enough for me to be able to loosen the vise off and just run it in on a perfect angle and get those holes drilled out. Pretty awesome. I'm excited about it. It's definitely an upgrade for me here in the shop. Gonna make things a lot easier. All right, to clean off the table here, and I got a block of wood I use, and then I'm gonna switch this out to the chamfering bit. And then this is, again, where this is going to shine for me. You can just see how quick it is. That auto stop feature is awesome. I really like it. It's going to make things go a lot faster for me. The drill, like I said, this drill press, I just got it, so I'm going to learn a lot about it. It has a ton of features that are going to come into play here in the shop. All right, with all that drilling and chamfering out of the way, we're back over at the welding table, and I wanted to talk about how you fix your things down prior to welding and some of the disadvantages you have and how you can prevent some of that. You can see I've got my table dog set up. I've got them on the long stretch there and on the short side right here, and I clamp everything down and get everything clamped down. I'm at a perfect 90 degrees there. I'm putting this the center pieces in right here, clamping all of those down. Now the table's only 10 foot long, so I'm going to have a little bit off the very end right here, but that's okay. I'll get to those. We're going to tack everything down right here and then slide it down. Operating off the HTP 2500 Revolution. This has just been an awesome machine for me here, and it's the go-to machine I have. And you can see that what I'm doing here is just tacking everything in place. You don't want to weld everything out completely all the way down. You'll end up with this thing really deflecting, and not much you can do about it. So the idea is to just input a little bit of heat as you go down. In this case, we're going to do some tacks to tack and hold everything into position. That's going to help things out a lot. And then you can see how I'm undoing the clamps right here, and then of course I got to get my table lugs out of there before I can slide it down. And then we're just going to move things down right here, and then put the remaining 2 pieces on, and they just drop right into place. Get those clamped down as well. You can see that everything is square when you know this end piece just slides right in and just lines up perfectly. All right, with everything clamped down so it can't move around, just finish the tacking right here. All right, so what you don't see in this right here is I flipped it over and I tacked the other side as well. And so now with both sides tacked, I'm going to go ahead and start welding this thing as much as I can right here. And you can see I've still got it clamped down on my welding table. I keep everything as tight as I can. It just minimizes the amount of warp or deflection you're going to have. But what I have noticed on not only this project, but a lot of projects that I do is, like, for example, on this one right here. So I'm going to weld everything you see right here on the top. Now, when I undo those clamps, it is definitely going to have a little bit of warp to it. But when I flip it around and weld the other side, it just counters itself and it pulls that out. This piece ended up being perfectly straight when I was done with it. A lot of people ask why I don't wear a glove on my gun hand right there. That's because I'm constantly putting my hands, on the gun, putting the gun down, utilizing my hand for certain things, and it just becomes uncomfortable. It's a bad habit, but don't do as I do. But it's just that's why I don't usually wear a glove on the gun hand. All right, I'm gonna get this thing grinding. I'm gonna flip change out, put a brand new Mercer flap disc on here, and I'm gonna be good to go. So the idea is grinding these things down flat is because this is a tabletop support. They are going to be putting something on this, whether it be wood, granite, marble, slate. I don't know what's going on there, but it needs to be flat, and that's why we're grinding everything down. I used to prime and paint or even powder coat some of these things I did for these guys, but most of this stuff is concealed either in a wall or under a tabletop, and you just never see it. So they just said, hey, just leave it, give us the raw metal. We're perfectly fine. It's never going to be seen, or it's going to be encased inside of a wall somewhere, and it's just not necessary. All right, well, there it is. Simple little project. Got it all done, and I know it wasn't much to this one right here, but I mainly wanted to talk about my new addition to the shop, and that's the Voyager drill press right there, the Nova Voyager. Going to be a great addition to the shop. If you're interested in something like this, you can go check them out at KBC Tools. Don't forget to check out my website at JIMBO'sGarage.com for torch lead holders, table dogs, and miscellaneous items. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you on the next video.
See you next time on Jimbo's Garage.